What's up? My name's TcNo here for Troubleshoot and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be showcasing a project of mine, the TcNo account switcher. I'll be covering the Blizzard or BattleNet switcher section of it. Basically, you can fire it up, pick an account from a list of accounts, double click on it, and Steam, Uplay, Blizzard, etc. will just close and magically reopen into an old account of yours. It's incredibly useful, especially for those who juggle multiple accounts. You don't need to enter passwords, you don't need to enter two-factor information, etc, and it just simply works. In the description down below, you'll find a link to not only the origin video, but also the Steam and Uplay switches section of this program. It's open source, and you're free to go through the code if you don't necessarily trust it. Anyways, let's get into it and I'll show you the functionality. In the description down below, you'll find a link to github.com/tcnovo/account switcher. This is the project's page over here, and in my previous videos, I didn't have the download beta button over here, I only had the download latest button. Previously, you had to join my Discord and check the channels there for information on downloading the beta, but I feel it's reached a stage where people can start downloading it off of the official GitHub. On this page, you'll find a bunch of information, not only about the older, more stable Steam version, but also the new up-to-date Origin, Steam, Uplay, etc. account switcher. This section of the program is thanks to iReturns, a member of the community who helps submit lots of code for this section of the account switcher. And of course, this isn't the last platform that's going to be added. Currently, I don't have too much time to work on the project, but I do plan to continue working on this in the future. Anyways, to begin, head across to this page in the description down below and click the download beta button. Then, after you're redirected, you'll see this page over here. Currently, it's in the pre-release section, and you can see TcNo account switcher 4.0. There's a bunch of information about this project and how to report bugs when you inevitably run into them, as it's still a beta. You can report them either through the issues section of GitHub or of course through the community Discord, which you'll find a link to on the information page of this project. In order to actually use the software, you need 3 pieces of software installed: the WebView 2 runtime, which I'll open in a new tab, as well as the Microsoft .NET 5 desktop runtime and ASP.NET Core 5.0 runtime, which you can both get from the link over here. See the image right below for reference on what we'll be downloading from it. From the second link, all we have to do is click the Download x64 button on the left and the Download Hosting Bundle on the right. As such, you'll be taken across to 2 different pages that will both start downloading software. If they don't, you'll obviously have to click the Click Here to manually download button. Once they're done downloading, simply open up these 3 in no specific order and go through the installation process. After you've done that, you shouldn't need to do it again throughout the lifetime of this account switcher, though of course there may be some sort of updates in the future. Anyways, simply scroll down on this page past the information and you'll get to a section at the bottom that has 2 files. One of them's a .7z and one of them's a .zip. You'll only be able to open the 7z file if you have 7zip installed. Basically, they're both zipped versions of the program. The only difference is that the 7z is about half the download size. I'll be downloading the zip for accessibility purposes. This is probably the one you'll be downloading if you're not sure if you have 7zip installed. When you see this notification, simply click Keep and open up the zip. Of course, if you don't necessarily trust my build of the software, you're more than free to go ahead and build it from source. There's even instructions on how to do so. When you see the folder inside of the zip, all you have to do is simply extract this folder. You can rename it, just make sure that you don't delete it or move it after creating shortcuts to the application, as this is a portable program, meaning wherever you take this folder with all of these files inside of it, the program will simply work out of it. So you can put it on a USB and take it from computer to computer if you wish. Anyway, when you open up the folder after extracting it and you see all of these files over here, simply look for TcNo account switcher.exe, the one with the black logo next to it. Simply double-click on it, and the account switcher will then open up as such. This is the new UI for the account switcher, and as you can see, it starts off with the ability to pick from multiple platforms, including Steam, Origin, Ubisoft, and of course, BattleNet, which we'll be focusing on in this video. Much like the Steam account switcher, it'll simply just detect what accounts are currently on your computer and allow you to switch between them painlessly. So I'll click on the BattleNet section and you can see all of the accounts that are currently on my computer. Though of course, there's no icons and there's nothing else. If I were to simply double click on an account over here, it'll then close BattleNet and simply reopen it into a different account. As you can see, TcNo, and if I put it over here, double click on say this account, you'll see it vanishes, and after it reopens, you'll see that I'm now logged into a different account, TcNo. Cool, it works exactly as we expect. Now, of course, that's not the end of the functionality. iReturns also submitted some interesting code that'll let you display your SR ranking if you're an Overwatch player and you're using the account switcher to switch between Overwatch accounts. This could be something that you find interesting, though because I don't actually play Overwatch, even though I do have it, I don't have an SR ranking, so I'm not able to show you, but I'll give you an example slightly later on. In order to actually get your SR to show up and possibly a profile picture, all you need to do is locate the correct account that you'll be switching to, otherwise you may get confused later on. So I'll start with this first account. As you can see, my account's name is TcNo. All you have to do is simply click your username and get your entire battle tag by clicking here to copy it. Then simply locate the account that you're logged in with, right-click it, and then click Set Battle Tag. Simply paste in the battle tag here and click Change Battle Tag. Upon doing this, you should see some notifications in the bottom right, including something about Overwatch's site grabbing information from your profile. You can currently see my profile is private, but this is simply because I don't actually play the game too much. However, if I were to go back into it, you'll likely see a profile picture attached to your account now. Though of course, this is your Overwatch profile picture, as your profile account pictures aren't exactly public. But anyways, this is what it would look like here. You can of course simply change accounts, and if you'd like your Overwatch information to show, just do remember to set a battle tag. Of course, you can also delete a battle tag and simply reset it back to your email address as the username. And on top of this, you can refresh the rank for your account, and it'll automatically refresh after about a week or so. On top of this, you can also forget accounts, i.e. not show them in the account switcher by simply clicking forget, and yes, you'll only have to click yes once. After that's done, you'll notice that your accounts aren't showing anymore on this list. You can see them again by clicking the options button in the bottom right and then scrolling down to clear forgotten. Click this button and it'll reset all of the forgotten accounts, showing them again instead of simply ignoring them. On top of this, if I head back into the settings section, you can see some other things over here, such as the option to globally toggle whether the Overwatch SR is collected and displayed for accounts, as well as whether you'd like BattleNet to launch in administrator mode, or of course you'd like a shortcut to this part of the account switcher. As such. And basically, that's about it. It's a super simple project, and of course over time more platforms and more will be added to it. It's a pretty simple project, and it does exactly what you'd hope it does. In the future, there'll be more added to this, and possibly even more to the BattleNet account switcher section of it. Once again, if you'd like to get information on the other account switches in this project, or of course future account switches, make sure to check the description down below to video tutorials for how to use those. But anyways, that's about it for this video. Thank you for watching. My name's been TcNo here for Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao!